Hello crafty friends, it's Donna here, and I've got a card for you today that celebrates friendships in the crafting industry. Today's card uses products from both Clair and Pink & Main, and I'm going to be doing quite a lot of masking, so I've left that process in the video. These images that I'm stamping first come from Clair's Harvest Blessings stamp set. The thing to remember when you're masking is to start at the front of the image and then mask each item as you work towards the back of your picture. I've stamped out a rough design on a piece of scrap paper so that I know roughly where I want to put everything, and I'm using that to help me line things up in my MISTI. Off camera, I've stamped and cut out a few little masks of the pumpkins and also of the scarecrow. I've used some removable stickers from my local 100 yen shop. The store is called Daiso. I know that they have shops in Australia and I believe in other countries too, so you might be able to pick something like that up. But you can also use post-it tape or post-it notes, or there are specialty masking papers. So I'll add some links to those products in the box below in case you're interested in that kind of thing. When cutting out masks, I only cut the parts of the image that have a middle. I just cut off the little tendrils of the pumpkins, and I also cut off the straw that was sticking out of the arms of the scarecrow. While I had the MISTI out, I took the opportunity to stamp my sentiment, which comes from a stamp set from Clair called Hey Pumpkin. The images that I'm going to pop up on top of this come from Pink & Main's Fall Friends stamp set, and I'm going to stamp those onto a separate piece of paper and cut them out with the matching dies. This stamp set holds a really special place in my heart because it's the very first set that I used to make a card after we moved to Japan. When I look back down my Instagram feed, you can spot that one because the photo of it has just been taken in the middle of a table, which is one of just a few pieces of furniture we had at the time. Once that was all stamped, I then added a piece of post-it tape along the bottom to make a ground line, and I'm using my ergonomic blending brush to blend on a pale sky. Once I've done that, I've smushed the same ink onto a block, and I'm just picking up with some water a little bit of that ink and spattering it around for a bit more interest. Then I'm going to move my post-it tape up, and when I do this, I like to have a tiny bit of the blue showing. I'd rather have a line that was both sky and grass than a little white strip missing. So if anything, I err on the side of having a little bit of overlap. I've also placed a piece of card under the top of the masking tape so that when I blend and when I spatter, I don't put green on the top part of the card. I've used a bunch of different oranges and browns to colour the pumpkins, and I've tried to make each pumpkin different from the others. While I'm colouring the pumpkins, I'll just pop in and let you know that this card that I'm making now is part of a blog hop collaboration between Clair and Pink & Main. So if you'd like to head over to my blog, both Pink & Main and Clair are offering a $25 prize, which will be announced on May the 10th, 2021. So if you're watching this before then, feel free to head over to my blog and find out the details. I'll leave the blog address in the box below. I googled some pictures of pumpkins and decided to make this one orange and green, like so many of the pumpkins that you see in the shops here in Japan. Once I had my colours chosen for the pumpkins, I tried to stick to those colours as much as I could for the rest of the card, because there's an awful lot on this card and I don't want it to look too busy. I'm not going to show you all the colouring, but what I have added to the colour scheme are some neutrals for the little hedgehogs and also some denim blue on the scarecrow. Once everything was coloured and my top layer pieces were cut out, it was just a matter of arranging it on the card and popping everything up with foam tape. You'll notice that I have two little critters here. I was going to put the hedgehog holding the flower on the left, and in the end I decided that it was just a little bit too busy. So in the end I made a coordinating card by masking off just the corner of a piece of cardstock and blending in with the green and the blue and spattering with paint. I then stamped a corn cob from the Harvest Blessings stamp set and popped my hedgehog up on top. The sentiment for that card comes from Pink and Main's Fall Friends stamp set. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Stay safe, everybody.